Hi everyone, today I want to share with you an ancient spiritual practice that has been used by people from all kinds of walks of life, from different traditions in the last 400 years plus. And it's been really helpful in helping people to grow in discernment, to grow in being more aware of God's presence in their lives, and to live in greater peace, the peace that Jesus has promised us. And this practice is called daily examen. And it's first started, it's by someone called Ignatius of Loyola from the 16th century. If you want to find out more about daily examen and also just a general way of doing daily examen, you can find out another video that we've done, as well as a guide on our website, epicentre.org/resources. But today, what I'm going to do is to take you through a practice of a daily examen that is specifically focused on feeling pressed or squeezed in your life. A daily examen is meant to be something that you do every day, usually at the end of the day, so you can reveal, your day with the Lord. And it's meant to be only 10 minutes, really no more than 15 minutes, kind of simple exercise. It's really doable before you go to bed. But today we're going to specifically focus on this one experience. And so let me just take you through the steps. First, you want to find a comfortable space and just quiet down and be aware of God's presence with you. If you've had an active day, it may take you a little bit of time to quiet down, and it's okay. Even if you don't emotionally feel the presence of God, know that He is with you, because that's the promise of Jesus. So just come into that space and to know that God is here. After you've quieted down and just sitting in this presence, the second step that you want to do is to ask for the gift of light and a gift of understanding. The gift of light, because sometimes there are things we don't see. Even when we look back in our day, sometimes we don't notice things. And so we want to ask for the gift of light, for the Holy Spirit to kind of put His spotlight on the experience that He wants to speak to us about. And then when He points out a certain experience, we want to ask for His understanding, because we want to get His understanding on the significance and meaning of each experience that we have. Because sometimes we can have our own certain interpretation from our own eyes, but what we want to grow in is to be able to see things through His eyes. And that's why we ask for the gift of understanding. So the second step, ask for the gift of light and the gift of understanding. And after that, you will take time in step 3 to review your day. Just take time to remember what happened. And then allow God to show you moments or situation or meetings that you could have felt pressed or squeezed, but you didn't. When He shows you those moments, when you're able to live in peace in those moments, which you could have lived in somewhere else, just pause and give thanks. Just thank Him for giving you peace and helping you to stand and stay still before Him in those times. After you've done that, then you want to go through your day again in step 4. Now you want to ask the Holy Spirit to shine His spotlight on those moments and experiences when you have felt squeezed or pressed. You don't stop at every single experience and try to kind of dig in different places. Just allow the Holy Spirit to bring to mind the specific ones, maybe just one, if he, if that's what he wants, just let him bring up the ones that he wants you to focus on and to dialogue with him about. And when you find him highlighting a moment, then just pause. Either first ask for forgiveness or ask for healing. Then ask Holy Spirit, God, will you give me understanding of my own heart? Give me understanding of the circumstance. What happened? Stay there and allow him to give you his perspectives and to give you understanding. And when you feel like, I think I've done all the moments that Holy Spirit wants to highlight to me, then now you're ready to go into the fifth step. And the fifth step, you look and think about the next day. So you look towards the next day, think about maybe even through your calendar, what kind of meetings, who you're going to be talking to, what you're going to be working on, where you're going to be. Just kind of go through your next day and identify those moments or conversations or situation that you're like, when I'm in that situation or that conversation, I may feel squeezed and pressed. So you just identify those moments and then I lift them up to the Lord and ask him for specific help. Whether it's, depending on what he showed you in step 4 about your own heart. When you come to this step, the help could be, help me to know I can trust you. Help me to know that people are for me, even if they give me strong, negative feedback or whatever it is. Just whatever the Lord has shown you about your heart, the things that push you away from peace into feeling squeezed and pressed, then you ask God for the help next day so that you don't get pulled away the same way that you did today. And so you look through the day and allow him to speak and then ask for specific help. And that specific help that you ask for in this examen will become the focus of your examen tomorrow night. When you go through your day tomorrow, you look for ways and allow the Holy Spirit to show you how he has answered your prayers, as well as times when he has answered you, but you pulled away from him. And it's, he's not kind of like looking down on you, being mad at you, because this exercise is really for him to show us and to help us to grow in discerning heart. And he's more than happy to help us in that process. And our desire is what pleases him. And so those are the steps that you can take through to specifically look at one areas in your life that you might be struggling or having a hard time with. And you can change the topic out to anything that you might be feeling and might be experiencing. For example, for me recently, one thing that God's been speaking to me is about my sense of powerlessness when I feel powerless. And so my daily examen is, God, show me the moments when I have felt powerless and yet I was okay, that I was living in faith, hope, and love, and the fruit of the Spirit. And then show me those moments when I have felt powerless and I got irritated or frustrated or upset or angry, and speak to me about my heart in those moments. And so you can kind of switch out the focus depending on what God is doing in your life. Again, this is the exercise that you want to do on a regular basis to cultivate your sensitivity. And as you do it more and more often, you're going to notice not only you have a deep sense of peace and the presence of God with you, that you don't doubt that He is with you always, but also that you're going to go through your life and you're going to beginning to notice, wow, I'm more sensitive to God's presence. And I'm more sensitive also when I'm starting to kind of move away and I'm away from His presence and His purpose. And so really that is part of the thing that we hope for that will happen in our hearts, is that we'll grow in that discerning heart. And so I hope this exercise is helpful to you, and I hope you will try it and allow the Holy Spirit to move in your life and to begin to make you to be more aware of how He's with you.